Hi guys, I'm Lee Hanford, as you can see, as you know from previous videos, and this is Sam the baby, the McBrown. So what we're going to be doing today is Sam is growing it for a full top knot. Is it a top knot you're going for? Yeah, a full top knot, but I will still be keeping it heavy on the sides and the back. So you're having a taper on the sides, taper on the back, backwards moving haircut. And we are going to maintain the weight here until the top is fully in the top knot, and then I will disconnect it completely, but that will be further down the line. So today I'm going to start by sectioning the top, disconnecting the top from the sides, starting with my foundation, but I'll be doing the foundation slightly different today. So now I'm going to do the top a little bit different. I'm going to start with the centre profile, obviously moving back, taking these sections from the front to the back. Oh, right. And so. Going from front to back to determine the length of the fringe and maintaining the angle that you need to make sure it's sitting nicely into the back, so your silhouette is lovely. As Sam is growing it, I'm only going to take the ends off to maintain the shape. Slightly angling. Going all the way back. Angling there and then coming straight at the back, as you can see. The angles of my hands, it was angled like this, now it's vertical. And now what I will do is side section it, because you should have the middle as the guide. Just take it off nice and square from left to right and then from right to left. Repeat it all the way through. As you see, shot of this side. Point cut it. Same again. Repeat this all the way back and on the other side. When you do the other side, just section it straight down the middle again as if it's your centre profile. Push to the side, connect this to the top. Right, so now I've sectioned it off. Horseshoe on the back. Now I'm going to do my foundation, but I'm going to start at the recessions. Last time I started at the back, this time I'm starting at the recessions. I'm going to keep it triangular, so I'm going to bring it out, so I'll be edging away from the head as I come back to the top, as I get to the back, and then squaring it completely off at the back. Keeping it nice and tight at the top. Using my 5.5s, Mitsu, Atakis for precision cutting. As you can see, I'm angling down as well, edging away from the head as I get to the bottom. This is to maintain the weight behind the ear, the length, the weight and the length, so I can have some play to bring it round. Continuing it all the way down, and then repeating this on the other side. So now I've repeated the recession, the foundation, both sides from recession to back. I'm now going to connect them both. Same principle as last time, but keeping it a lot lower this time because we're having a taper straight in to the nape. Straight down to the nape. Maintaining my squareness at the back, connecting it into the sides. Created the weight and the length that you need for backwards moving haircut to move straight into the length here, behind the ear. Right, now we have finished the top, we're going to go onto the sides to make sure this part joins in to the blend. All the way down, but I'm going to make sure I maintain the weight behind the ear, because that's the kind of style we're going for until everything's in a proper top knot for Sam. Starting by sectioning it away. Now I know we're not going to be taking anything off here, just to double check. Yeah, no. Little smidgens off here, just to tie it in. Remembering they want to maintain the weight behind the ear, so we're not going straight down, we're slightly coming off the head. Combing it back and then making sure you're linking with the front section. Repeating this all the way back. As you can see, I'm taking hardly any hair off. And now as you get back, so this is the weight I wanted to maintain for behind the ear, but as I come to the occipital bone, I'll be starting to take it in to the taper. So as you can see, that's my previous cut. I need to disconnect, I need to take that off and then angle it into the taper. It matches up then to your foundation. As you can see there, this will all be coming back, so it'll be sitting like that. now I will be moving. Jesus Christ. Sorry guys. Now I'm going to be moving on to the taper. So I'm not going to dry it, pre-dry it or anything. I'm literally just going to dry it where I'm going to be tapering. So this is two side parts, sideburns, and the nape. And now I've dried where I'm going to be tapering. The reason why I dry where I'm going to be tapering, or where I use the clippers, is because the lines that you've made with the scissors, your guidelines, are more prominent when they're dry. So you know exactly where to take your clippers up and through. Now how I begin a taper is with a 3. So I fluctuate between a 3 open and closed. Taking it straight up through my foundation line. Using my bar with this. And then I go straight from the 3, straight in with a 0. Got my fade brush. My ruler fade brush. So again, use my barbless. This is a 0, so that's closed, completely closed. Go from the top of the ear to the eyebrow, that kind of shape. And go straight up to the 0 that you stab in. Make sure it's nice and clean. Then I will go skeletons. You ain't growing that loose, son?
No. Can't, mate.
Making sure it's very clean. And then obviously, like before, use the skeletons, and then they're the easiest ones for you to connect to the foilers. And my barbless foilers are buggered from the drop last week, but I use my wild single foils. To be honest, I'd rather these on tapers anyway. You can just get closer and they're a lot more, is it nimble?
Nimble.
Yeah, nimble in your hands. As you're going up to it, pushing up against the hair, and as I'm getting close, I'm coming back down. You don't want to leave a line on the foilers. Now I've done my skeletons and my skin line, I'll go straight in with a 0.5 or open guard for my barbless. Create another guideline. And now I will clean under that, going through the lever. So 3/4 open. Half open. Quarter open. Closed, using the corner of the blade. Again, this is the most important line to get rid of, because if this isn't clean, the rest of it won't look clean. Now I've cleaned underneath 0.5 open blade. I'm going to go with a barbless 1.5 straight up and through the 3. And closed. And back open just to refine what you've already done. And then after that, I go straight onto my one blade, one guard, open, connect it through. Because you're working in such a small area, I only use half of the blade most of the time. Remember, when this is open, half closed, closed. And now I've done my one guard open and closed, I will now use the 0.5 guard just to clean up through it. And then when I find it necessary, I will remove the 0.5 guard and clean it back up, clean that little line up through there with going back through the lever bare blade. Now this 0.5 is from Chris & Sons, guys. It's unreal. It does not move on your clipper. Closed, guys, by the way. You see I'm stretching the skin down, not up. Now back through the bare blade, literally using the corner of the blade. The overhanger hair here, I will go back and refine it with a scissor over comb using either my Mataki Mitsus for 5.5s or my Mataki Yoshis, which is 6 inches, because I use them to clear out a bit more bulk of the hair. So that is my taper done. So I'll repeat this, exactly the same process on the nape and the other side. Now moving on to the nape, I wanted to show you how I maintain the weight coming through here on the length here. So use my 3 again, open and then closed. I come straight up to the foundation, but I'll edge it this way. Coming against the hair as well, because this growth pattern grows upwards rather than downwards on the sides. So as you can see, you feather that line out later then with the scissors, with the matakis. You see the shape, and then you repeat the process. There's zero, skin, etc. etc. Alright, so now going back to behind the ears, so removing the weight, getting rid of all of those lines coming through. I'm going to wet it back down because as soon as I finish this, I'll be styling it. I leave the shape up to the end. So now using my Yoshis, 6-inch Yoshis, Matakis, I'll just be carrying out scissor over comb directly behind. This is just to blend it in, so there's no disconnection anyway. Careful around the ears. Maintaining your control with the comb as well. Whatever comes through your comb is what you cut. So as you can see behind the ear. Now I will do the same at the back, the nape. Get rid of that heavy line. I use the wider side of the comb, of the teeth of the comb. I just prefer it. And that's when I'm around the ear, I will use the smaller side then. Angling out, so my comb action is against the nape and then angling out. As it creates a soft blend. Close the window, sorry. Repeating this right way around. Make sure it's nice and soft. Same principle. Against the nape. And as you're coming up, angling away. Create that soft, fine edge. And the same this side with the overhang. Careful with the ear. As you can see on the side of the ear, I'm using the small side of the comb. And there you have it, it's the blend, everything done, the haircut's practically finished. Just going to move on to the styling now, and then I will shape it all up. And that's where you really see the effect of the taper, is when the shape up is done. Right, now moving on to the styling. As before, I'll be using all Aruga products. So salt spray first. This is what creates the volume. I'll be using some satin and some essential, and I will finish off with element at the end. Satin is what gives it the pull. Essential is what gives it a little bit of dryness, the matte finish, and an element is completely matte. So I got satin and essential on my hands now. I'm just rub it through. Add more if you want. It's through wet hair anyway, so it doesn't all actually go in directly into the hair. Do it until all of it is off your hands. And brush through. So now on to the drying of the styling. Today I'm going to use my IQ, and I will be drying it completely back, but as I get to the nape I will be curling it around. So I'll dry the sides first, kind of sectioning the top away. Change the nozzle. Turn the wires up a little. Slightly up to get the elevation. It's on high speed, medium heat. Follow it around with the brush, sorry. Let the brush do the work. I'm not actually fully against the head. I am angling my brush away from the head slightly, so it keeps the elevation at the back. Create the volume on the back. Pick it up. Roll it up. Bring it along. I'm trying to see the look we're going for already. Now with the top, I'll just dry it straight up and back and create something coming through. Make sure the silhouette is there. See you at the other side. So now we've styled it, you can kind of see the style we've gone for. Now with this on the back, maintaining that silhouette, right around. Now onto the shape up. Now Sam has got some defying a widow's peak, and as you can see, so you have to go to the widow's peak here to make it look nice and square. Taking the baby hairs with it. You see how close the barbless skeletons get it. I'm maintaining a C here. Literally use the edge and make the C motion. Taking all the baby hair away. Not going into the hairline. Literally just taking the baby hair away. On the ear, keeping it close to as natural line as possible. Don't go up too high around the ear. Again, leaving this longer section right here to maintain that shape. Not going into the hairline, just taking it off. And matching that the other side. Now as you can see, we've done the shape up, we've pre-shaped it with the barbless skeletons. Now I want to use my cutthroat to go right way around and sharpen it right up. Same process as before, going against the hair, right around, and as I said before, shape up dry. Not even going into that now for the last time. Using my Adonis cutthroat. Going right up the edge of the corner of the blade. As you can see, no paint. If you've got any paint, you don't use paint. Not that there's anything against enhancing, I just don't do it.
didn't even point good, did you?
No, in the fade.
Yeah, you didn't even do it, did you?
No. So, to get rid of these little dark patches, as you can see, just going to use the scissors just to point cut. I use my 6 inches, my 6-inch scissors, just because I find that I've got more leverage over them. Just go in directly with the direction of the growth of the pattern of the hair. And just lighten it right up. Same with the side, same with the nape. And with the nape, like I said, you need to go with the direction of the growth pattern. So this, obviously his hair, Sam's hair grows this way, yes, you go with the growth pattern. Boom. And there we have it. This is my backwards moving haircut with a taper mini tutorial. Obviously there are a few things I haven't explained in the video. You can see the silhouette coming up and over, keeping the shape coming through, the shape up, taper on the other side, just coming up and through, same with the shape up and around, up and over, and it's coming straight back down to behind the ear. Silhouette, shape up. Thank you very much for watching. Peace and love. Boom!